Hello, beautiful and exotic women of the world. Welcome back to another video. Have you realized that if you tend to mind your business, stay out of the way, but you're also a very happy, kind, loving, and just joyful person, miserable people are almost attracted to you like a magnet? It's almost like you have a bright neon sign above your head that says, "Come fuck with me." And you can just be minding your business, whether you're in school, in public, or at work. And you will just be having a great day, and suddenly someone comes and bumps you and doesn't say excuse me. And it's almost like they did it on purpose. Or someone will insult you in a backhanded way when you were simply just concerned about you and your life. Let's say you're at work, you have been killing it at work, you've been meeting your marks, and for whatever reason, your boss or a coworker wants to harass you, wants to bother you, wants to nitpick you. These are signs of miserable people. Miserable people are very spiritually in tuned. So a lot of them understand aura, they understand energy, and just like you can see the bad or the evil in people by just looking at them in their eyes, because eyes are the windows to the soul, or by speaking to them, or just by being in their space, they can feel your energy and aura by doing the same exact things. And when you are a high vibrational person, when you are on a mission, when you are focused in your purpose, minding your business, you're beautiful on top of that. I think the beauty aspect, especially if you are an exotical, that's a cherry on the top. All these things and more are things that they pick up on, and they make it their mission to get into your energy and try to spoil your energy, because they are feeling like they're on this island by themselves, which is an island full of hatred, an island full of jealousy and envy, an island full of being insecure and threatened by people. They want to bring you over to their island. Because they don't want to be alone on that island, they want to take you over to their island with them. So these people's favorite targets are people who are happy and joyous and have the favor of God on them, and literally you can see the light illuminating off of you. These are their favorite targets. Why? Because they once were you in some capacity. So in some capacity, they were full of love at one point. They had little to no insecurities. They loved themselves. They thought highly of themselves, and they weren't necessarily threatened by anyone. And if they were, they didn't act out on it. They didn't actually do something physically and outwardly to hurt another person. But somewhere down the line within their little miserable lives, something happened, and they decided to let that one thing stop them from being who they were before. That is what has caused this miserable person to show up in your life, trying to drag you to hell with them. And the reason why it's so important that my exoticals don't allow themselves to fall into this trap is because, number one, you are going to be met with a lot of these people. I want to say almost every day, if you're out in public or if you're at work, someone is going to try you, because your beauty alone triggers and bothers people. But on top of that, if you have a beautiful light, if you have a beautiful energy, if you're kind, if you're just a happy person, if you are an optimistic person, these people want to target you because they want to take away the light that you have, because their light was taken away, or they allowed their light to be taken away. And like I say in all of my videos, their problems with you are not your problem, it's their problem. So they need to figure that out. They need to figure out why they allowed that person who picked on them or abused them or mistreated them turn them into monsters. Why they chose to stop loving themselves, why they chose to stop pouring into themselves, why they chose to stop finding ways to be happy and to be kind and to be themselves. They decided to let it change them. And no, I'm not saying that if you go through things, you shouldn't learn from them and, change your ways and kind of learn how to maneuver differently. I'm talking about people who let bad things happening to them change their outlook on life. They let it corrupt them, basically, and they turn into the evil force that they interacted with. So here are my strategies to combat miserable people who want to take you out of your positivity, who want to get you out of your character, who want to see you have a negative reaction because they're negative from the time they wake up to the time they lay down in bed at night. Here is the first thing you want to do. If they're strangers, one of the things I do is I just give people blank stares when they try me, because I want to give them the opportunity to realize that they fucked up before I have to escalate the situation. I realize a lot of times if someone says something to me unsolicited to get a reaction out of me because they see me minding my business, having a good time wherever I'm at, and they want to come interrupt that, I give them the blankest, most nastiest look. Just give them a nasty blank stare. And you make it so that you make it awkward for them. What that does is it gives them the opportunity, one, to check themselves, and two, it also puts the embarrassment and shame onto them. Because a lot of times when people come to you with unsolicited things, advice, opinions, trying to get you upset, and you don't know them, these are strangers, usually they are trying to shame you or make you feel bad about something that you have going on with you. So when you put the shame and embarrassment back on them by looking at them like they have 15 heads and just kind of genuinely looking puzzled at them like, wow, you're a stranger and you just came up to me. I could be crazy and you just walked up to me and just said something to me and you have no idea who I am. That is going to make them feel embarrassed, because then they're like, oh, dang, like I didn't eat how I thought I was going to eat. Like I thought I was going to walk up to this beautiful woman and, she looks like she's happy and she looks like she's having a good day. And I thought I was going to say this and it was going to get me this crazy reaction from her. And I was going to walk off smiling and feeling empowered because I just got narcissistic supply. No. The second you look at them with the blankest stare, their whole agenda is kind of flipped on its head, and now they feel the feelings that they were trying to make you feel. Now, if that doesn't work, what you're going to do is, if they say something and the stare didn't work and you ask them, what was that? And they repeat themselves, just flip the question back onto them. That's what you have to do with these types of people. You have to mirror people. You have to mirror people. I'm not big on kind of just being silent and letting people think they can talk to me. However, we're not in middle school. We're not in elementary school, bitch. You will not bully me, okay? So if you're a stranger and you just decided to come up to me and tell me, oh, you don't think my hair looks good in that way, or oh, you're so skinny, or oh, you're so thick, or whatever they decide to say to you that is completely uncalled for and inappropriate, flip it back on them. So if someone comes up to you and says, oh, those shoes are cute, but I shouldn't have had my toenails that color because it clashes with the shoes, or whatever the case, you want to look at their toes and say, when's the last time you got your toes done? What size shoe do you wear? And just stare at their feet. When I tell you, mirroring these types of people, it will trigger them and it will cause them to leave you alone, because then they realize, oh, I can't get a negative reaction from this person. I can't get this person to dim their light or stop being their happy, joyful self with my negativity, because all they're going to do is hold the mirror up to my face and put the questions and all of the energy that I'm bringing to them back onto me. So that's what I do. I always bring the mirror back up to people's faces so they realize that they're the ones that are causing this interaction, not me. I didn't come up to you with the smoke. You came to me with the smoke. So I'm going to always bring it back to them, because guess what? I don't have to interact with you. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to explain to you why I chose these shoes and why my toenail color may clash with the shoes that I have on. I don't have to explain shit to you. I don't have to interact with you. But what I can do to teach you a lesson is mirror what you're asking me, mirror what you're telling me, so that you can realize how inappropriate you are. Mirroring is always the best case scenario with negative people and with miserable people, because it is a teaching moment for them. It's always a moment to teach them, hey, you chose to come in my face and bother me. So because of that, I'm going to take what you are spewing at me and give it right back to you. And hopefully you learn from this situation and you learn that I'm not the one to be messed with, and that you should probably not do this to someone else who you see as minding their business. So ladies, drop down in the comment section and let me know any of your strategies that you have for combating miserable people. I know some of you probably have some really funny and interesting ways of getting these people out of your face. So I'd love to hear them down below. I also wanted to let you ladies know that I have a idea, because I just hit 4,000 subscribers earlier this past week, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be dropping a merch line. So I have been getting some suggestions from some of you guys about some of the things that I say and how you would love to have it on a t-shirt or on a mug. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a line soon so that you guys can have some merch, and so that we can just continue to build out this community and have little items and little things that we can wear and keep with us to remind us of who we are as exoticals and to empower us. So drop down in the comment section again. Let me know your thoughts on dropping this line as well. And also share with me any strategies you have. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box. You can share any stories you have with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.